Okay, so still not showing up. Now it show up, right? Um, let me try to write it down. See what is. Okay, so yes, 2x cubed y minus 98xy squared. So I want you to factor this. Completely factored though. Completely factored. If you do it right, you should have 3 parentheses. How many you guys factor it already? 2. Good. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. The no. Sorry, this is y to the third. Y to the third. Yeah, y to the third. My fault. My fault. My fault. No wonder that's.
What's y to the second? Can you check it?
Y to the second is y to the third is better question. We'll show you in a second. I'm sorry. It's 98xy to the third. I write it wrong on my paper. What are you looking for? That shit everywhere, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Okay, so how many you guys factor it? How many you guys don't know how to factor? Don't know? Okay. So Janisha, I'm gonna start with you. Um, let's start with GCF. What do you see GCF here? perfect. I love it because if you think about it, this is the x, 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 this is y, right? And this is x, y, 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 right? So this has x, y. They both have x, y, right? And both also have even number. So 2xy is perfect. So now if I factor out 2xy, so 2xy times what equal to 2x3y? X squared, right? Does that make sense? Janisha, does that make sense? Okay, because you're missing this 2x, right? Is that okay? Okay. How about the other side? Janisha, it's okay. I'm gonna ask her and make sure she understands. Is what if I factor out 2xy, what do you have left on the other side? Nobody's answer is that her. Perfect. Do you guys understand that? Now, what do you guys see this as? What's the name of it? Difference of a square. So it'll be 2xy times x minus 7y and x plus 7y. And if you want to use a box method, you can, but there's no middle term here. This is 0. So it'll be x times x minus 7y times minus 7y. That's plus 7y. So this is negative 7xy plus 7xy. So this is going to be this. And there you go. There's a test question right there.
I have a question.
Yep.
If it was y squared, would one of the y's go away? It would be like x minus 7.
So let's just say if I have 2x cubed y minus 98xy squared like this.
Yeah.
So 2xy, what do you have? X squared. And this one's minus what?
49y.
49y. Okay, so that's not, it's a factorable, but it's kind of weird. It's a factorable is in term of, this one can be like this, but it's more harder. So it's going to be x plus 7 root y.
So both.
Yeah, both root y, because root y times root y is equal to y. So x minus 7 root y. So that is a harder problem. I won't give you like this on a test. And that factoring is 99% of people don't see those factoring with the roots. But it still can be different than square, because if you square root of 49y, then that's going to be 7 root y. So that's how you see that. But that's a good question, though. Very good question. Ask what if rather than how to do something. That's usually a higher level questions. Very, very tricky. That would be a very tricky question. I wasn't meant to be tricky. I was just meant to do this. On your test, you had to be able to do this. Is that okay? Okay, let's give you another one. Let me see if I can find another one. I'm gonna have to look from here. Worksheet, factoring worksheet. Okay, let me get this one. Factoring. Okay, let me give you this one. Let's say 28x to the third y plus 34 of x squared y minus 44 xy. So if I have something like this, And this is another test question that you will have. This is harder factoring questions. You guys done? How many of you guys have not done yet? Not done? Okay, keep on going. Okay. Like I say, if you don't know how to use box method, learn it. It's very helpful on the factoring test. I give it to you. I don't give you like this baby factoring that you can do it without thinking. I'm gonna give you a factoring that you have to think a little bit more. How many of you guys still struggle? Raise your hand. You still struggle? Okay, so what's your name in the back? Elias? Okay. Do you see a GCF here? What do you see GCF as? 2xy is fantastic. So what do you have factored out? What when you factor out 2xy, what do you have left? 14x squared. There's no more y, right? Y is already factored out. Plus the other one. What's the next one? 17x. Negative 22. Now this one I can factor, use a box. So for first 14x squared minus 22, 17x. What times what equal to 14x squared? What did you guys use? 14x and 1x? Okay. Okay. What did you use on the other one? 2 and 1? Negative 11, 2? This way? The other way? Okay, yeah, this way gets too big. The number gets too big. So 2 and 11. 28x, 11x. This one's negative. So it'll be 14x minus 11 and x plus 2. Now, please don't forget the 2xy. People on the test usually forget this. Don't forget that. That's still part of the factor. How about this one? Hold on a second. Completely factor this one. Completely factor this one. Let's see how many people can factor right. So remember, if I teach you how to factor, I'm going to go pretty fast. Because all this you learned before. It's not something you never learned before. If you're done, raise your hand. I'm going to look at it and I'll tell you if it's correct. Not complete yet.
Complete?
Yep.
Oh, I can keep going.
Yep, you can keep on going. You can too. What's your favorite? You gotta show me what's your favorite. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Not complete yet. You can factor more. Awesome job. Good job. Hey, good job. Yes, good job. Good job. Yes, good job. Good job. See, there's a reason why I say it's don't. Factor more. You should get 4 parentheses. If you got 4 parentheses, probably you did it right. 4. So you need to factor this. X to the 4, 9. If you don't use box method, use it right now. It helps you. I promise you. This is going to be x squared times x squared. Why? Because you want to break it evenly. This is going to be 9, so that's holding thing is 9, 1. So this is 9x squared. This is 1x squared. This one has to be negative. And that's going to be x squared minus 1 times x squared minus 9. And that's going to be x plus 1, x minus 1, because it's a different square. X plus 3 and x minus 3. And that's completely factor. Because you can factor more if you got x squared minus 1. Questions? Good? Okay. Let me give you more. So today, we're going to learn the second one. Besides the difference of a square, it's going to be a squared minus b squared equal to a plus b times a minus b. There is a sum and difference of a cube. Okay, sum and difference of a cube. So it'll be a to the cube plus b to the cube equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. Now this one's kind of hard to memorize, but I'll show you how to do it. A to the 3 minus b to the 3 equal to a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now, how do I memorize it? This one is called sim. It's called soap. Sim. This one is opposite. And this one's always positive. It's also known as SOAP, soap. So the sign, if this is minus sign, this is going to be the same sign. This is opposite than prior sign. This is always positive sign. So that's that way. Now, AB, just think about blood type. If your mom is A, your dad is B, then all the kids are going to be AB blood type. So there's A blood type, there's AB, there's B. So it's A squared minus AB plus B squared. The sign is going to be a difference. Now, with that being said, AX cubed minus 125. So you say, hey, we're going to factor this. Now, this is called sum and difference of the cube. Cube is harder because you got to recognize a lot of cube numbers. So 1 to the cube equal to 1. 2 to the cube equal to 8. 3 to the cube is equal to what? What? 27. 4 to the cube is what? What's 4 to the cube? 64. And 5 to the cube is equal to what? 125. So therefore, do you see this is 8 and 125? Do you see this is 8 and 125? And this is also the cube, so that you know that you have to use sum and difference of the cube. To factor this is a little bit harder, but it's okay. So we can say a cube is equal to ax cubed. What do you think a is? 2 what? 2x, because 2x times 2x times 2x, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Does that make sense? B to the cube is equal to 125. What is b? 5. Now, I'm going to purposely make mistakes, so see if you can find it, okay? So the factor of this is equal to 2x minus 5 times by 2x squared plus 10x plus 25. Now, why is that? This is a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now, I purposely make mistake. Hopefully you can find it. Can you find the mistakes? Where the mistake is? Yeah.
The mistake is in the second parentheses, it's 4x squared because 2 has to be squared.
Ah. So this is what happened, people on a test. They're going to forget that. So technically, it's going to be 2x minus 5. You just had to follow a formula. So 4x squared plus 10x plus 25. And if you distribute it again, you should get ax cubed minus 125. You want to try one? Okay. Let's try one. 27x cubed plus, I don't know. Plus 64. How about that? Let's see if you guys know how to factor this properly. Isaac's done? Good. Don't make that parenthesis mistake though. How many of you guys not done yet? Not done yet? Okay, I'll give you time.
Wait, what is it?
What's what?
That black thing?
Oh, that's as it's not connected, but it was like a camera. But it's not connected. Don't worry, I'm not spying on you. Last year I have a ping pong table here. We play ping pong. We live stream our ping pong matches. Anybody play ping pong, by the way? You do? Are you any good? Friday after school, 4 o'clock. You never mess with Chinese people when it comes on the ping pong. That's like our most serious sport. You don't mess with us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get good.
Oh. Nobody else play ping pong? Ever tried it before? Good sports. It's really hard. It's harder than it looks. Require a lot of precision. All right, so the factor of this is figure out what an A is and figure out what a B is. What do you think A is? 3x, good. And what do you think B is? 4. So it'll be 3x plus 4. Is that okay? A plus B. Now be careful on this part. This one's 3x parentheses squared. So you should get 9x squared rather than 3x squared. So if you got 3x squared, it's wrong. AB is going to be minus 12x because here is minus sign because it's always opposite. This one's always positive, so it's going to be 16. Is that okay? Do you guys do it right? No, not 24x. It's AB. So 3 times 4. 3x is AB. So it'll be 3x times 4, so it'll be 12x. Not 2AB. You probably think about 2AB. Last one is factor by grouping. Factor by grouping is actually fairly easy. And I might run out of time, but I'll give you some practice. Factor by grouping. Okay, so factor by grouping looks like this. Is m to the cube plus m squared n plus mn squared plus n to the cube. Factor by grouping is when it comes 4 term. You can parentheses 2 term, parentheses 2 term. And then what you're going to do is, see this sign plus sign is not mathematically correct to write like this, but it helps you. So you're going to factor out GCF. What is the GCF here? What is it? N squared. And then what do you have left? M plus n, right? And here, what's the second one? This one's n. So what is the GCF here? N squared of m plus n, right? Now, do you see that you can factor out GCF again, except this time GCF is not 1 term. The GCF is 2 terms. So it'll be m plus n. And if you factor out here, it's going to be n squared plus n squared. Do you see that? Huh? You can try one again. N squared plus mn minus 3m. This one's kind of tricky, so you got to be careful. We finished teaching how to factor. I think that's half of algebra 1 right there. Yes. Okay, that's a great question. Is this factorable or not? No. This is called sum and difference. This is sum of the square, not the difference. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and factor out an m here. And that's going to be m plus n. Is that okay? I'm going to factor out a negative 3. That's m plus n. Do you see that? And then now I'm going to take this out completely. This is a factor by grouping, so it'll be m plus n. And this is m minus 3. And that's the factoring of greatest common factor.
You have a bus pass?
Huh?
Bus pass?
Oh, I bus pass. Yes, I do. A bus pass. If you need a bus pass, it's right here. So sorry, did forget about that. Diego, LES, bus passes, and Winston, Josette, Josette here. Oh crap. Huh? Daryl, Larissa, Olivia, Josette. Anybody know who Josette is? Olivia?
The bus. Does it matter?
Okay.
Alright.
Josette? No, you don't know about this bus.
I did the same thing you did.
I did it and you haven't given me.
Daryl?
Do you know how they wind it?
Nope, that's it.
That's all it?
That's it. I got it.
Did you call Anna?
No.
Not in my email.
They didn't give me any.
You didn't call me, right?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
But
Do you know if we're getting any more?
I might. I don't know. I don't see anything right now. They come and drop off for me.
Oh wait,